Hey, this is Chris with Ugly.Teacher.Hiking. Today we got a product from Kuvik. It is their Titanium Kettle. It's a great little thing. We're going to do an unboxing. We're going to check it out. We're going to use it, and we're going to give our initial thoughts on it. Just keep in mind, Kuvik did send me this, but they want an honest review. They wanted to know the good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's get this started. Ugly.Teacher.Hiking. I hike it so you don't have to. Hey, so if you've been watching our channel, the channel here for a while, you know that I've been using a lot more of kettles. I love my MSR kettle. So when Kuvik reached out to me and asked me if I would review one of their kettles, I was like, yeah, I will be more than happy to review it as long as I can be honest on it. Like, I think I'm pretty honest with every review I do. Typically, it's more of an unboxing, but we also put it through the paces. And I've said this, and I'll keep saying this again, Kuvik makes some great products. And the kettle, I'm sure, is just as great. So this is the box that it came from them, which came through Amazon. They send it in their box. This is a 600 milliliter tea kettle. That's just the box. But, you know, I'm more than happy to do an unboxing, and especially for such high quality products. Look at that. Alright, so I can receive, oh wow, that's different. So usually it's just the typical bag. This is actually a fairly nice bag. Okay. The one thing I didn't notice, usually most of the Kuvik items have like a little tab off to the side that says Kuvik. Maybe because of the way this bag is created, it doesn't. Wow. Okay. Ooh. Well, the first thing I notice, the handle has like a little piece of silicone on top of it. I can appreciate that. Oh wow, that's too cool that it came in a bag like that. Well, that's the lid. Well, we'll do the lid first. Okay, the lid has a little silicone piece there, kind of like on the Stanley ones that are out. These silicone pieces are really big right now, from what I've seen. That's a great feel to the lid. It's got the 3 holes here to breathe. Okay, it's titanium. I love titanium, especially when you take it off the flame and it's just, yeah, it's just great. What? All right, so this says 600 on it. It's got the handle here that I'm sure could come off because I can see like a little part there. If you don't want it on there, you can take that off. Going around. Oh wow, look at that. And it came with like a little silicone cap. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's actually titanium. That's titanium. Wow, okay. And I absolutely love the little cap on here. Oh, wow. Alrighty. All right, let's put the lid on. Okay, that's something I wish it... Alright. I wish it kind of locked in place a little, even if it's just a little bit. But it's more like pushing down. With the handle up, this comes out real easy. Handle down. It kind of gets hung up on the handles. Might be the design of it, so it does that. Yeah, that just rests on top. Wow, that is too cool. Wow, I'm going to keep saying this. Kuvik makes some great products. Hopefully it works as good as it feels. All right, well, let's get into weighing and just get the general size of this. All right, let's just get started on weighing this. We have the Kuvik Titanium 600 milliliters. We're going to plop this on here. Well, I'm going to make sure it's zeroed out. Plop that there, and we're going to do it with the bag. This bag is actually a really good part of it. So we're at 6.6 ounces, 6.6 ounces. I'll put the grams up on the top. Let's take off the parts as we're going through this. So now we're at 5.6. So this bag is basically 1 ounce. So we're at 5.6. Now, as we're going through this, I just want you to understand this is in the configuration that it is. You got the silicone handle, silicone cap cover. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off, the little nub cover. And it really didn't make that much of a difference. Still says 5.6. Let's make sure it's zeroed out. 5.6. Now the only other thing I could take off here is this. Let's take that off. Let's zero it out. And we're at 5.4 ounces. So we could save a little weight here and there. In this, I can easily place my alcohol stoves. I can place my GSI Java drip. I think, yeah, there we go. Put that in there. And I would probably use a Ranger band and just include the rack. And I would have to have some kind of rack for this. So it's all what you want. The MSR one that I use, this part right here is plastic. And I know they don't come with these little covers. And I know that may seem like little insignificant parts, but this can be sharp. I like the little plastic covering on the handle I could take off, but it could be an issue down the road. You can hang that from a tripod of some sort. This, the way this is set up, the flames will come up. I don't think they could get around to nib on this or melt that little part there, because a lot of times they will do that and melt that part. Now, since we're weighing this, let's just take a peek at this on the profile. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of these bags, but lately I've been coming more and more in love with them, especially this one. If it's like made for it, it's made for it. All those other bags seem generic and they just hold stuff together, and I'd rather use a Ranger band. This, I like this. The only thing I'd worry about are right here. Where the hinges are, they feel a little, they point out a little. Just be careful on if you have a Dyneema bag or something along those lines, or just be conscious of that. It is like the right height. I like the height of this. So we'll get into the measurement of this in a moment. But I just wanted to compare this with what I'm using, or been using, which is my MSR kettle. Now, I'm not even certain how big this is. I got this at REI Scratch and Dent, because I wasn't much of a kettle person, but as time goes on, I am. It's got the plastic nub there. It's made out of aluminum. The handle is, I don't know, some kind of metal. Plastic coating. I've been happy with it. But let's go for weight. Now this is 4.3 ounces. 4.3 ounces. Well, yeah, 4.3, 4.2, 4.3. So it weighs a little less than the Kuvik. But the Kuvik is a little less of a profile. Let's take a peek at that before we start measuring. We look at this, it's a little shorter. You still have the issue with these here. Titanium, aluminum. I would definitely always go for titanium. You can see how much lower that is than the other one. I think this might be a little bigger because the bottoms are about the same. I think the Kuvik is a little wider. But yeah, I would always go for titanium over aluminum. All right, let's do the measurements of the Kuvik Titanium Kettle, 600 milliliters, and we'll do that right now. All right, let's do some measuring of this. So we're going to do the diameter first off. Now keep in mind, this is all approximate because we're moving around and everything. So we're at 5.73 inches or 145.6 millimeters. Let's do for height. .2 millimeters or 2.48 inches. 2.48 inches. It is a low profile. The highest part here is these hinges. Which is 2.82 inches high or 71.8 millimeters high. From just a cursory look at this, that is my only issue with that. This is my only issue with this. I wish they were maybe a little lower profile, maybe not so sharp. Maybe they should have put a little silicone piece right here. But hey, this is a great little kettle. I'm really digging it. So we'll go outside and give it a try. We're supposed to be getting a lot of snow here the next couple of days, so that's when I'm going to do it, in the snow. Hopefully I can get a great scenes in the snow and doing this, and maybe do what I did with the last one, the French press, maybe hit up the beach as well somewhere along the way. So 2 for 1. All right, let's make this happen. All right, I really couldn't wait to do this. So this is something I just found. I have my Zen Camp stand right here. If you're going to use alcohol stove, it fits perfect on top of there. Kind of keeps off of these little nubs, which helps with that. So let's try my screen. Oh, perfect. Okay, so this is a perfect spot to store your screens and Ranger band it to the top. Oh my gosh. And yeah, this is perfect because I can Ranger band this across here. It'll hold it down and it'll be awesome. Get one of these jumbo Ranger bands going across there. Perfect. And it kind of blocks those. My only concern for this. Hey, make sure if you have other ideas as well. We're getting some great ideas. So please hit us up and let us know. Put it in the comments. All right, let's go outside. All right, so I gotta just get these out while I'm thinking about it. So you put the Zen Camp's stand, alcohol stove stand on top there. Put this in the bag. Hopefully this bag will hold up. It feels like it will for a while. But you don't have to worry about Ranger band. It all fits in there. And these little side pieces are blocked because of the stand. The ideas we're coming up with. All right, definitely outside now. All right, so we're outside. We're going to use the tea kettle that we just reviewed, all the dimensions and everything inside. My plan was to go to the beach this morning to do this. It was so windy, so cold, it wasn't going to work. So I came back and we're doing it in the afternoon. So here's my MSR kettle. I wanted to keep it out as a comparison to the Kuvik kettle. And before we get to that, we're also going to have our French press. You're going to see a little modification I did to that. And our cup that we're going to use is we're going to use the Kuvik insulated mug. It's a great little mug. And then we're going to use our Kuvik tea kettle. I love this kettle. Just the way the quality it feels. But hey, it's a kettle. I'm sure it does what kettles do. Now if you look at these two, this one's a little squat, this one's a little bigger. This is a 1 liter pot. The MSR one is bigger than this one. I know I may have said earlier that it wasn't. This is 600 milliliters. This is 1 liter. So this is a lot bigger. That's why it's a lot taller. So we got that there. Now we're going to take out all our stuff from here. I tried to squeeze it in here. We got our Snow stove. We had our tea. I was going to use tea, but I'm going to use the French press now that it's like 100 degrees out, or at least 40 degrees, maybe even 35. So we're going to go for our French press stuff. I got this new spoon the other day. Collapsible Boundless Voyage spoon, spork. So I want to use that. Wasn't a big fan of them, and I find that I'm digging them more and more. Here's our coffee for the French press, and I'm sure you can hear the wind blowing. I'm just waiting for a tree to fall on me. So I got an MSR ISO Pro container here. You can see it. I got it at a thrift store for $1.99 several years ago. Hopefully it doesn't have the same issue like the other one I have does, where it leaks. So we're going to have to be conscious of that. I guess as they get older, they leak more and more. So here's our stove. I'm not even certain which one this is, but it's a Snow Peak, so you know it's pretty decent quality. And anything with a piezo lighter, I'm starting to realize I like a little more. I love my BRS stove, but I wish they would just put a stupid piezo lighter on there. I'll pay another $5 for it. Oh, there we go. Just for your guys' edification, I don't know if you can see that. It's the Snow Peak GS100A Igniter. I thought that was going to be the name of the stove. Yeah, I have no clue what stove this is. I know they had like a little... Yeah, no clue. Well, I know it works. I got it at a thrift store, I'm sure somewhere along the way. If you haven't figured it out yet, I'm 100% for thrifting. Anything that deals with camping, I'm going to thrift. All right, so we got this. We're going to make sure that's up. We don't want anything to catch the plastic on here. I'm going to put that right there. Let's readjust. Okay, so we're going to take this nub off, the nub covering. If anything, I lose anything, it's going to be this, and it's going to annoy me because this is really sharp. So just make sure you're careful of that. I may even take like a file and just file that down a little so it's a little less sharp. I'm going to put my little nub protector, there. And we're going to use our 16 ounces of water here. All right, so we're going to pour this in here. I'll make sure it's 16. I know I added a little more. All right, here we go. 16 ounces. takes you to, I don't know if you can see that well, about maybe an inch and a half inch from the corner there. I'm going to put the lid on this bad boy. I'm going to put this off to the side for a moment. I'm going to turn this on. Okay, there we go. I haven't used this burner and I couldn't even tell you how long. So let's just put that on there. Let's move this stuff out of the way because I could see that going up in flames. Yeah, I'm thinking this gas in these canisters might be a little tainted at this point. They don't have that real good hum that you expect to hear from them. So I'm going to push this to the side. Hopefully it doesn't fall off. So now we're going to take a look at the French press. Now I did a little modification on this because I was annoyed waiting 10 minutes. No way. So I made a little koozie for it. So we're going to use this as a traditional French press. We're not going to use it over the fire. Let's see if we can get this out. There we go. We're going to use this as a traditional French press. Now, I'm not going to have to listen to everyone go, oh, you should have waited 10 minutes, should have waited for 10 minutes. Yeah, unfortunately, the other day when I was doing this, 10 minutes was too long. I would have had total frostbite. So we got our baby water bottles. Just pour this bad boy in there. You know what? Tired of weak coffee. We'll do that. So we're going to get this all ready. Put that off to the side. I got my coffee cup with my Arctic lid. Man, it's the modifications I love. Now, I know people are like, oh, that stuff is so dang expensive. It is, but it's supposed to last you a lifetime. I have stuff like this. I've had this for probably 10 years. I got it at the REI Scratch and Dent sale one year. Probably 10 years at least. It's all what you want. You want quality, you pay for quality up front, and it'll last you. If you just go for the real cheap stuff all the time, it won't last you. Like, I'm very lucky every now and then going to thrift stores. I can find great items. I can't always do that, but a lot of times I do. Now we have one more item from Kuvik that we're going to review next time. It's the Kuvik alcohol stove. That's to come. I think you guys will like it. You know I love my alcohol stoves. I just need it to be a little warmer out to be fair to the stove itself, especially putting it through the paces. So on this, the Kuvik kettle, this silicone sleeve here is really nice. The silicone nub here is really good. The heat's not coming around, so you probably have that down. I don't know why you'd want to, especially when you're going to have to pour it. So we're almost at a boil. Maybe about another 30 seconds. But you gotta love it. I love quality stuff. I can't always afford the quality stuff, but when I can, I try, or hopefully you guys can as well. I have found so much stuff at thrift stores. Don't go out and spend real money, especially if you live near a lot of camping area. Go to thrift stores and see what they have. I found a lot of titanium cups. I bought Snow Peaks. I've gotten like this Snow Peak stove. You just have to know what they have. A lot of times they don't know what they have, and you can get it cheap. A lot of times if you go to places that they know what they got, yeah, you might as well forget it. Now that we're about boiling, I got myself the timer. It's been a long time since I've used this timer, but we want to make sure it's good. I don't want, I want to just try it for 10 minutes. I'm going to get this ready, make sure everything's good on this. Now, when you clean this, you got to make sure you take this apart. Now, the main part you're going to have a lot of buildup is in between the coils and the steel gasket here, or the steel mesh. Okay, let's see what we got. And we are pretty much at a boil. All right. So we're going to get this going. Let me rearrange everything to make it a little more easy to see. We're going to get started on this. So let me turn this off. Let me pour this in here. Remember, this is 16 ounces or 2 cups worth. Okay. All right, we got to make sure we're conscious of that from now on. The lid doesn't want to stay in when you're pouring it too hard. Okay, so just keep that in mind when you're dealing with this. I'm going to put that back. We're going to take the lid off to let the heat evaporate some of that in there. We're going to start our timer, and I'm just going to give this a quick stir and pretend like I know what I'm doing with coffee. And I'm going to put this down like that. And I'll come back every couple minutes. All right, we're at about 1.5 minutes. I wanted to prep my drink, my cup. So I have my cup here. Remember, this is the Kuvik double insulated titanium 450 cup. Great little cup. Again, I'm so privileged to have had Kuvik to send me these items. But I think we're being pretty honest about them. While we're waiting on that, we're at 2 minutes. Look, I can already touch it. 2 minutes since we poured it out. Let's see. I don't know if you can see in there that well. But, alright, so we're at 5 minutes, just picking up a little. I'm going to put the nub cover back on here for now, just so we don't lose it. We're going to start packing that up in a moment. I wanted to point out my koozie. Anyone guess where it's from? Yeah, you got to start recycling those Amazon package stuff that Amazon comes in. These make great koozies. I've used this on several different cups I have, and you've seen them in the past. Never done a video. If you guys want me to do a video on how to make them, I'm more than happy to do that. Just let me know down in the comments. So we got another 4 minutes to go. So I just wanted to say thank you for all your support that all of you have been giving. And I love hearing the comments, and I love the fact that you guys are always supporting me. Alright, before we get started, I just wanted to talk about this Boundless Voyage spoon I got, the folding one, or spork that is. Now, I've really come to like these. I don't think they're that great for digging into like meals, MREs, or dehydrated meals. I do like them for little things like this. I do not like the textured finish. The polished finish is so much better, so just keep that in mind if you buy one. The textured, I don't know, it's like using a tongue depressor. If you know what that tastes like when you were a little kid, doctor's office, they put that tongue depressor on you. To me, that's what it tastes like or feels like. So it's a great spoon or spork, but yeah, my wife may be getting this for Christmas next year. Sorry, Irene. All right, we're at 10 minutes. Now, you can see that's 10, a little after 10 right now. I don't want to hear like family members saying, oh, you were supposed to do it earlier or later and all that. So this goes out to my sister, Penny. 10 minutes. I did it. I don't think anyone realizes how cold it is out here. So here we go. We're going to pour this bad boy out. Ooh, look at that. Look at that golden goodness. Okay, this should get us like a cup and a half. I'm gonna put the, hold on, I'm gonna stir this bad boy up. I don't know where I'm putting the lid. Let's just put it right there. All right, let's have final words on this. So what can we say about the Kuvik, I want to make sure I'm saying it right, Titanium 600 milliliter kettle? It's a great little kettle. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. I have two great kettles here. This one's made out of titanium. This is anodized aluminum. What do you like it made out of? That's pretty much what it comes down to it. This one is squattier. It's shorter. It's more compact. It has that nice feel of the little silicone handle there and the silicone covering here. And it comes with a little protecting nub. What do you want out of a kettle? For me, this is perfect. It's lower profile. It came with a great case. I really enjoy this. But like I said, this is unboxing. This is exposing you to it. Hopefully you guys liked this kettle. Before we give anything else, let's give the coffee a try. Remember, 10 minutes of goodness. Yeah, it's a lot better. 10 minutes is good. I don't know how I would do that out in the field. If I'm in a chill environment, maybe at a campfire, campsite, that's exactly what I would do. Out camping, I don't have 10 minutes to wait. So it'd be instant or tea or something along those lines. Let's give it another try. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So for me, this is a win. So you might want to check it out. Remember, this is Kuvik's 600 milliliter tea kettle. Please click like and subscribe. Remember, I do it so you don't have to. I review it so you don't have to. I freeze my keister off so you don't have to. Hope you guys are having a great week, and hopefully the weather is good for you. Cheers. It's good. Yeah, we're going to add this to the B-roll. I just wanted to have a little... This can be a little challenging getting off this lid, as you can see. And just going to pour a little extra in here. It gets you basically 1 1/4 of these. 1 1/4 cups. If you want to get more, use a bigger tea kettle. So, again, cheers. Hey, be sure to watch the B-roll.